In a previous video, I showed how to create a meta package for this toy admiralverse. And in this video, I'm going to show how to create a website so you have a place where to document every single function, dataset, and vignette across the entire universe. So remember, this is a toy example. If you really want the admiral packages, you should go to the pharmaverse. This is just to show by example. So here is the website already up and running. The README file that I added to this package, that is the meta package of the universe, has the contents that you're reading here on screen. I documented a goal, the installation instructions, and as an example, I don't need a lot. Simply a call to library and the name of the meta package could show your users that is the central way to use all the packages in your universe. And then it has a reference section where I have overridden the default reference section of the package down website that could look for documentation files in your meta package. But if your meta package itself doesn't have functions, the example I showed you before didn't need any function at all, then this page could be empty. So instead, what we're gonna be doing is using that very useful place to replace the default documentation there with an article. So we're gonna be creating this article called reference, and we're gonna set it up on the underscore package down YAML file so that it appears just here. And the result that you see here on the screen is using the packages in the admiralverse, of course, but also the dverse package that allows you to create this central documentation across packages. And I have chosen to split that documentation in two types. One, the vignettes, the ones you're seeing here, that as you can see, this admiralverse has a lot of vignettes across multiple packages, many pages of vignettes, and everything else. So in everything else, we would have functions and data sets, for example. So I can, demonstrate that this is live. I could type admiral underscore, for example, and this could filter for anything that matches that across multiple packages. Okay, so let's go to our studio to see, how we can create that website and what details we have to think about. We already showed before that to create the meta package, we needed to list every single package in the meta package that we want to create under depends. And now we want to add any package that we need for the article that we're going to create, and that is the dplyr we're going to be using to manipulate the data set that results from dverse. Dverse itself, which is the package in charge of creating that central data set that has the documentation or metadata of documentation across the universe, and the T, which is going to be useful to create the table with a little search box and the ability to kind of link topics to web pages. And then the reference itself is an article that I created with use this with the function use create use article, right? So if we call use article with the word reference, then it would create an article like the one, the skeleton of an article like the one we see here. So now I'm going to walk you through the content, something that I added here to create the reference section that you see here. So this article has a few key things that I would like to highlight. So first, notice that I'm using echo equals false and message equals false so that there is no output. We just want to show our users the tables themselves, right? So we hide everything else. For the packages, we need to use, we have all the admiral packages are now in our admiral meta package, so we can use it. Also, we need to use the dverse package, and as I said before, also dplyr and dt. The names of each of the meta packages have to be listed explicitly. In this case, I'm storing those names in the admiralverse variable. And also I'm creating this template for the URLs that admiralverse is going to be using to create the links to the documentation online. So wherever you see the names of the packages, you put the curly brace package, and then wherever you see the name of the topic, you put curly brace topic, and that's how you create a template. So now admiralverse, with those two things, the names of the packages and the template, we have everything it needs to create a docs table. But that table will also have things that you might have imported and re-exported. For example, operators like the migrator pipe. And that's something that you don't want to include in your reference. So what you need to do then is to use this little helper from the admiralverse package that is called is online. So this little function will look into each of the URLs that exist in that docs, and if it doesn't find really a page under that URL, it's gonna drop it, right? Because that's gonna return false. And if it is a useful URL, because it's online, then it's gonna return true. The result is that this online dataset here would only have things that really send your user to a useful place. So in this specific example, I then picked vignettes, right, with filter type equals vignette. So type is a column in the online data set. And then I just focused on the columns topic, title, and package, which are the ones that you can see here. Topic, title, and package. Okay. So the second table that I showed in my reference, in this case, is using the complement of the vignettes, right? So I used anti-join to do that, and the same thing, choosing topic, title, and package, and then passing that to that table with escape equals false, which will allow the table, will make these clickable links, right? So people click here, and they will be sent to wherever that points to, right? And same for the topics here for functions and data sets. Okay, let's see if there is anything else here. Our package down. Okay, so how I created a website. So I use this, package down GitHub pages. If you're hosting on GitHub, GitHub pages will allow you to create that website online. And it will add something like this couple of lines. And in this case, I added a theme that allows you to, in this case, I'm choosing a theme that looks a little closer to what the real Admiral packages look like on the Farmverse. And then the big trick here is to override the default reference that comes with by default with package down with the article that we created before, right? So article/reference is going to look into the articles folder. If I show you here on the files, you'll see that when I called use article, that created a subfolder articles inside vignettes, and there is where it put my reference article there, right? So this is the trick to overwrite that default package down reference. I think that's about it. Yeah, I think that's it. So thanks a lot for watching. I hope you find this useful.